run off the matrix. I've always had this rebellious side of myself that I just want to do everything opposite, and I just call it this just running out of the matrix, getting out of whatever the systems want of me, and not working or giving my time and hours dedicated to the matrix that just suffocates us and wants to drain our energy out in exchange of what? Money. But when I was diving deeper into my awakening studies, I found that the word matrix has an origin to the Latin word that means womb. Basically, matrix means mother. And the more I try to run out of the matrix, and the more I try to deal with my life problems and situations, I felt this strong connection with my mother. And it's crazy because the human experience is basically being born into a womb matrix. And when I talk about matrix here, I want to dive into two different meanings. One is the zoom out meaning and another one is the zoom in meaning. And you're gonna notice that learning more about your matrix is gonna help you to understand your own life problems that you're just trying to run of it or trying to find the code to solve it. So going to the zoom out meaning of matrix, we can look at the earth as being the womb for the human being. But if you zoom into your own personal life, your own situation, zooming inside of you and inside of your own problems and feelings, the womb where you came from is basically your mother. And the key to understand your own matrix is understanding your relationship with your mother. If you look to the human development process, we first start as babies. We are living on this womb, and this womb is the one that gives us all the nutrients that we need, everything that is important for us to survive and strive in the world. When we develop from babies to toddlers and we start walking as child in this world, we look to our mother to understand how we speak, how should we act, and the way our mother looked to us is the way that we understand ourselves. The relationship with our mother in the beginner stages of our lives are super important. So then we get to adolescence. That's the moment that we start to question everything. We look to whatever our mother taught us and we start to doubting. We start to go to the world ourselves and understanding and hearing stories and seeing life from different perspectives and coming back to our mother, looking at her and seeing as a stranger, or maybe feeling slowly the time for the separation for our own mother is arriving. And with those teenagers years is also when you start to being more revolted or just angry at whatever your mother taught you or asked you to do and you don't want to follow or do anymore. For me, for example, I grew up in a religious house. My mother really wanted me to go to church. So when I hit the teenager years, that was the time that I want to run from the matrix. I wanted to do everything on my own. I didn't want to be controlled. I didn't want to follow any rules. I want to just experience the world by myself. Teenager years gone by, and after taking your own decisions and deciding to run out of the matrix, you started taking your own actions, doing your own decisions, walking by yourself on this world, and coming towards becoming an adult. And living the adult life feels like now is time where you are responsible. Now you have the knowledge and the nutrition that you got from your childhood. You have your opinions and thoughts that you formed on your adolescence that you don't agree as much with your womb. And now you're in a time that you gotta figure out who are you. So when you are going towards the path of finding yourself, you just stumble with so many roadblocks. You see some of your blind spots, you see some of your shadows, things that you do that you not even understand how you learned that. And that feeling of getting out of the matrix starts to get you. And once you stop and truly do the inner work, you learn that the matrix is basically you. Basically that thing that you try to run off, your mom, the place that you grow up, your birthplace, the womb that you came from, this is part of you. And now it's time for you to just embrace it, all the things that built you as you're growing up in this world, and actually like just integrate. And it's so wild because I used to believe that our goal into this life was just breaking out of the matrix, running out of all the little things that could control. And with that, the more I tried to run off the matrix, the more I was angry at my mother. I came from a family that used to work really hard doing the same job and basically being in the same work situation for 35 years of their life. So when I start diving my own choices and looking for ways that I would like to work, I could never accept a full-time job. For me, being a freelancer would be the thing that would sparkle my soul, because that was totally against my matrix. As the adult life came to me, just growing and maturing, I noticed that it's actually not that bad having a full-time job. So I kind of made peace with my matrix, looked to my mother differently, walk into acceptance, and bringing the acceptance with forgiveness to my womb, my matrix. That was the main key that helped me to grow and walk towards a more successful life. Now, let's go to the more zoomed out perspective. So if we as a collective are here in this womb that we call planet Earth, trying to learn and grow together, if we walked past the part where we were a child, basically understanding that the earth or the matrix fed us and it was important to us to receive all the nutrients from the matrix, follow standards, to comply, to go in the school, learn, find a work, find a house, job, car, all those little things that maybe make sense or it doesn't to you. I just want to share that the key to grow into this human experience is to accept and understand that we are the matrix as well. I believe that we are all gods. We are celestial beings living on this human experience to learn and to grow. So if you are a spiritual being that decided to come to the earth and learn and live into this matrix to basically be part of it, it means that all the little parts of the matrix, they are here to teach you something. Even the parts that we hate, even things like war or the worst and best political beings that we have on this earth, they are all here playing roles to teach us something as a collective and as an individual. The more we don't accept and divide against those things that we call the other, the separate, or the wrong, the more we're trying to run out of the matrix. But the more we understand that this is all part of a womb, the more we will find the key to live life happily. When I accepted that the problems I saw in my mother was also living in me, and when I understood that parts of me were my mother, and I connected that we were integrated, and instead of hating that part of myself, I just embraced it and I understood and I took care of it and I brought into my learning growth process, the more the things in my life just started to get easier. Life is not supposed to be that complicated. We make things so much harder with all the attachment and suffering that we bring into the experience. So it doesn't matter where in the process you are now. Maybe you're being nurtured by the matrix. Maybe you want to run from the matrix, or maybe you want to embrace it, accept it, and bring it into your personal growth. Well, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment below, and I just wish I can see you in the next video.